Hey, what up everybody? Welcome to the Film Focus page. It's me, Mr. P again. I'm going to be giving you my newest review of American Assassin, starring Dylan O'Brien, Michael Keaton and Sanna Lathan. Now, American Assassin stars Dylan O'Brien, who's in the lead, as a guy called Mitch. And Mitch suffers a tragedy in which we see in the early stages of the film. What happens is, he's on the holiday on the beach with his girlfriend. He proposes to her. She says yes. And whilst he's going off to get some drinks, the island is then suddenly hijacked by terrorists who start shooting up people, and one of the terrorists kills his girlfriend. And for me, when I saw that film, I thought, you know what, that was reminiscent of some of the other beach attacks that happened over the last few years, and it was a very very shocking parallel when I saw the two. Anyway, we fast forward 18 months where we see a vengeful Dylan communicating with what we believe to be terrorist groups online. He arranges a meet with one of the terrorist groups, and this is one of the terrorist groups that was responsible for killing his girlfriend. And Dylan's main cause here is to get revenge. He gets to the stage where he actually gets to meet one of the terrorists, and whilst he's about to, try to subdue one of them and try to kill them, the plot is foiled by some American commandos who kill the person that he wanted to kill. And they witness a vengeful Dylan saying, a vengeful Mitchell, should I say, saying, you know what, this wasn't supposed to happen like this. This was my kill. And the American commandos say, yeah, well, you know what? We'll hire you. You want to come work for us? You can take out some bad guys. So they pair him up with a guy called Stanley, played by Michael Keaton, who runs this training camp for these mercenaries. And once they think that Dylan is ready, they send him out to the field to go stop a person who's actually got a nuclear bomb. Now, for me, this film, the plot, is nothing original. It is a rehash of, various other spy films that we've seen before. The problem here is that some of the spy films that we've seen, be it the Bourne films, some of the later Mission Impossible films, they're of a more superior quality. This film was satisfying, but it wasn't great. There were some flaws and the plot was all convoluted. For me, my biggest problem was the fact that after 18 months, you got this guy who's suddenly studying MMA, who's at a shooting rank every once in a while. They think that he's good enough, to be a CIA operative. But with that being said, for me, this film was a satisfying watch if you've got a few hours to spare. And that was for me. I saw this film on a Saturday afternoon, and for me, I found it to be a very satisfying watch. It wasn't a great film, but it was an enjoyable film nonetheless. And there have been better spy films out there, which I'd highly recommend. For me, it's not as compelling, but it's still enjoyable nonetheless. There are some enjoyable parts, but the enjoyable parts are far outweighed by, a convoluted plot and plot flaws and some cliches in the film. But on the whole, it's still enjoyable. I think Dylan O'Brien gave a very, very good performance. Was he believable? I say he was good in parts, but not great. And I felt that, in the hands of maybe a stronger actor, maybe someone like a Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, this film could have worked. But hey, he still did a good job nonetheless. And for me, there was some really, really strong support from the likes of Sanna Lathan and Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was good in this film. He wasn't great, I found it to be much, much superior in like Spider-Man Homecoming, where he was on menacing form. This film, he is okay. He is good. And he's working with the material that he's been given. And he does a really, really good job with it. There are some good action sequences in this film. Not a lot, but there are some good action sequences in this film. And one part that I found was really, really funny. There was a part where they said it filmed in Libya, but it was actually in Croydon. And then I walk through Croydon every day and I recognised it a mile off. And I thought, that was a nice touch. And the villain of the film, Taylor Kitsch, he was okay. You know what I mean? There could have been a better villain. I think they could have written a better role for him, but he just wasn't that good as a villain. And I think as a film, I think that your hero is only as good as your villain. And the villain in this film wasn't that great. He wasn't that great at all. I think he could have been better. Maybe they could have had another actor to be a better villain that could have brought more life to the character. But as a whole, I didn't think he was a very good villain in the film. The ending is good. And the way that they end the film suggests that there could possibly be a sequel, depending on how well this film performs. But with that being said, you know, American Assassin is a satisfying watch. So if you've got a few hours to spare, you've got nothing better to do on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, if you've got some time to spare, full stop, I'd highly recommend that you watch this film. So, you know, is it one to watch if you've got time to spare? Yes. Is it one for the DVD collection? I wouldn't have it in my DVD collection. There are better films out there, better spy thrillers, and, you know, this film is adequate. So, with that being said, I'll give this film a strong 6 out of 10. So, that's my review of American Assassin. Tell me what you thought. Did you enjoy the review? Please feel free to subscribe to my page, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and I shall see you on the next film review. Stay blessed. Peace.